you see that article? Every year, these liberal elites kidnap a bunch of normal folks like us and hunt us for sport.
So what was it like making a movie about cancel culture and fake news, and then having it essentially get canceled?
It was the most ironic, meta, surreal experience possible. And I'm so excited that people get to finally see the movie. The experience was wild. It felt like it was someone standing in front of a curtain. You won't believe what's behind the curtain, and them describing it and being like, oh no, you've got it all wrong. And actually, you would love what's behind the curtain, you specifically.
What state is this?
Most people know where they are.
All right, most people.
You're in the glorious state of Arkansas, sweetheart. Is there anything else I can help?
I mean, I thought it was ridiculous that it was causing this much of a brouhaha concerning the fact that no one had seen it. What happened to the movie is literally what the movie's about. So it is this kind of meta story, and we were just like, this is literally what's happening right now. So all three things together was stressful and just a bummer.
Once something gets misunderstood, you are forced on a defensive footing. And you have to say, no, you've got it all wrong. But the more you talk, the more you realize this is not really the appropriate time to be having this conversation. Mm-hmm. And so the only disappointing thing to me that unfolded was the idea that the movie was canceled. That's a very specific word.
It's fine if you see the movie and don't like it, but if you don't see the movie and don't like it or don't talk about it, that's, as the producer, as a creator, as an artist involved with the movie, it's obviously very frustrating.
That's where art dies, when people make judgments on the thing, when they see a trailer or they read an announcement and they're like, I already know what this is about. You're just like, what are we doing here?
You wanted it to be real, so you decided it was.
We started showing it to people, and then the conversation started to become about what the movie was versus what people thought the movie was. And then everyone kind of says, I was surprised at the movie not being at all what I thought it was. This movie is not provocative. It's not dangerous. It's actually funny. I laughed at myself, and I had a really, really good time. Yes, it's violent, but it's kind of absurdist. And so once we started hearing that, we started breathing again. And I think that the Universal decided, hey, let's give this a shot.
It just felt like it's the only movie I've seen that actually dealt with elements of the kind of hell world we're in, right? Like the fact that you can have someone blow up and then like 2 scenes later, someone's complaining about no one listening to their podcast. Like to me, nothing says America more in 2020 than that.
What kind of sick people would even think of something like that?
White people. We're the worst.
Another thing that our movie is about is how the internet can just sort of run with one little sentence and explode and pour gasoline on it. And it was tempting to, but I didn't want to contribute to that. You know, when the controversy first happened, my instinct was to, yes, grab the internet by the collar and say, you've got it all wrong, but then I would be just another screaming voice in the void.
In the current environment, there's kind of extremely loud voices on the right and the left. These are fringe groups, but they're very loud, they're very vocal, and they do a lot of screaming. And I don't think that's very productive for society or for democracy or for the United States. And the movie pokes fun at that.
I'm playing an Arab refugee, but I identify as white. I think that's problematic too, in some way.
Was there anything about it that made you nervous ever before this all kind of craziness happened?
No, I think that probably I've got all this other capacity and all this other weird stuff that I want to do, and I haven't found the vehicle to do it. It's not like there's a myriad of parts like this for ladies to choose from. This is once in a lifetime. I was like, this is something that you have to fight for. You just have to play this part. And I'm so glad I did. And the experience of making the movie was really unlike any creative experience I've ever had, and really changed me as a person.
It hopefully shines a light and makes us all, get off our phones a little bit and get into talking to each other and not screaming at each other.
Talk to people, break out of your little bubbles, break out of your little echo chambers that we have created that give us comfort. We only want to hear the things that make us happy. We don't want to hear anything that challenges us. And you can't change if you don't do that. So you have to hear other points of view. And if you don't agree with them, make fun of them. Say that's dumb, but at least your brain is taking it in and you are capable of kind of breaking the cycle we're in right now.
You actually believed we were hunting human beings for sport.
But you are.